Eileo guys, and welcome back. So I meant to do this video ages ago. I don't forget about video requests. It's just that sometimes I just don't do them because I am lazy and I'm nothing more than 50 casual boys. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this review. Alright, so starting off here we have one of my favorite Anus, which is the Fire Anu. He's a tank type coming in with 38k HP, almost 39k, 2.1k attack, and then 2.4k defense. Tank type, plenty of HP on him. Defense is actually okay, and remember all Anus do have skill books and or super evolutions. So go ahead and get those free added 10% stats to them. I mean, it's not free, but you know what I mean. You know. But anyways, he comes in with stun, 70% chance for one turn, and then HP aggression. Now, I stated before, especially in my tier list video, that this one obviously is one of my least favorite Anus, just because he's so lackluster. Because number one, you're building him with so much HP on him, which is fine for his 5-star skill, but he's RGB number 2, and then number 3, 70% chance for stun for one turn is it's basic. Like, it's not bad, it's not good, but it's what stun should be in my opinion. So I personally don't find this one amazing. I could understand for someone else, especially if you don't have him on like Fire Arthur, how this could be amazing. Obviously he's a lot more tankier than Fire Arthur too, just because he is a tank with HP aggression. But in terms of uses, obviously a clan versus clan / PvP mon, you could probably run him in Tower of Chaos as well if you have nothing else to use. And I'm sure other people might use him elsewhere, but that's the only thing that rings a bell for him in my opinion. But let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Alright, next up is Water Anu, who is an attacker type coming in with 22, nearly 23k HP, 3.6k attack, and then 2.1k defense. HP is It's a tad low, boys. It is a tad low, but that attack is just disgustingly high. Holy crap, dude. That attack is pretty nasty. And then defense, he is a bit glassy, so he's a frail boy, boys. He is a absolute frail boy. But anyways, he comes in with defense down, 6% chance for 2 turns, which in my opinion, 2 turns is great. 60% chance is it's low. It's low. And then Predator for 50% damage. Obviously all of the Anus have a crit lead. If you do enjoy this one, I would 100% recommend super evolving him just to get the added 10% stats, not only to his HP and defense to give him a little bit more survivability, but also to boost that attack up. I mean, overall his kit I believe is like the reverse version of Water Valk. So to all the boys out there that need a Water Valk for whatever content that they're doing, this one is basically your farmable version of Water Valk in my opinion. Obviously the skills are different, but in my opinion I think Predator on 5-star skill is pretty good, especially with a super evolution. I do wish the defense down was more, and maybe books can increase that. But in terms of overall uses, you could bring him pretty much anywhere. Obviously I would maybe not run him in PvP because he's extremely frail, but clan versus clan areas in PvE, if you need him on like Anu inside Tower of Chaos, give him a shot here. Though I would probably bring Wood because of the Hunter, the double Hunter that is. But not only can he provide with debuffing, but he can also do damage, so I can understand why people like him. I personally have one. I don't use him. I don't use Water Valk. But again, I'm nothing more than a casual, boys. Alright, next up is Wood Anubis, who is an attacker type as well. He's coming in with 23k HP, 3.4k attack, and then 2.3k defense. So his stats are he has slightly more HP and defense than Water Anu, and then slightly less attack. So he's a little bit more balanced. Obviously still an attacker type, but a little bit more balanced with his stats, which is perfectly fine. And this one comes in with Double Hunter, which of course, like I said before, all of the Anus can be skill booked up. This one is my absolutely favorite Anu. I'm 100% biased right here, but especially when you begin the early game and you don't really have any wood nukers, Even Evo 2 Woodanu can put in a little bit of work, not much, but he can put in a little bit of work. I wouldn't say that he's like worth gleaming or anything, but if you're close to getting him to Evo 3, you're like one Anu away, or if you're 1 or 2 Woodanus away from getting him to Evo 3, and you really want him, gleam him, boys, gleam him. Eileo 2020. If you're close to him, go ahead and gleam him. Yep, I definitely love him. Great nuker. Usable in many places, clan versus clan. You can use him in golems. You can bring him in dragons. You can run him in PvP. Are you in for an interesting time? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. But he does his job as a wood nuker, and he does it well. So he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Alright, and then next up we have Light Anu, who's a tank type coming in with 39k HP, 2.3k attack, and then 1.7k defense. Tank type, plenty of HP on him. Defense is disgustingly low. Attack is weirdly okay. It is what it is, boys. He's just full of HP pretty much. And Light Anu, which you can only obtain either through donations, I believe, or through the Light Shiva fusion tree, has defense down, 100% chance for his 3-star skill for 2 turns, and then Thirst, 60% chance to reduce the target skill gauge by 30% for 2 turns. Light Anu has always been a weird mon in my opinion. Obviously with books, I do believe his Thirst goes up higher. There's a higher chance for Thirst. I could be wrong there. And then defense down gets a boost. So really he's more of a defensive mon. Like I wouldn't run him on offense. I'm sure people do just to do that weird flex. But I wouldn't really run him on offense because he's not really there for damage. And his kit doesn't really support like amazing coverage. But defense down, 100% chance for 2 turns is pretty darn good. And then Thirst, if you can get that Thirst percent up for the probability of it hitting, then it could be better than what it is. Light Anu has, he's just in a weird spot now. I'm not going to say that he's bad, and I'm not going to say that he's good by himself, but booked up, he's better than what he was before, and that's pretty much all I could say. Just a PvP / clan versus clan / weird flex, but okay, mon. Definitely not the cream of the crop, but if you have a Light Anu and you just like him, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that at all, boys. And then last and least is Dark Anu, who's obtainable once again through the, I believe, Light Hohenheim skill tree or through donations. But Dark Anu is a defender type coming in with nearly 30k HP, 2.3k attack, and then 3.3k defense. Defender type, HP is almost at 30k and defense is over 3k. I'll take it, boys. I'll take it. It's not like perfect, but it is what it is. And he comes in with sap, 60% chance for 1 turn, 6% chance for 2 types of sap for 1 turn, and then defense aggression, not aggressor. Well, he is a defense aggressor, but not for that sentence that I was saying. Very, very bizarre kit. He's part of that, like, I do drugs gang that 433 does, like with I believe Dark Banshee and Dark Arthur as well. They just give like these dark mons just like these absolute Pepega skill sets. In my opinion, he's just a weird flex that you should only just flex for a moment and then fuse and get Light Hohenheim, because why does he have sap as his 3-star skill and defense aggression as his 5-star skill? Who knows? Who knows? Is he worth the super evolution? No. It's just bizarre. I wouldn't say that he's unusable, but I would say if you use him, you're probably a masochist, which I'm not hating on anyone's kinks here. It just is what it is. He is obviously probably the worst Anu in my opinion. I could be wrong here. There could be some dark Anu boys over here watching this video, but I don't really see any use for this mon other than the weird flex. But that's pretty much it for the Anu video, boys. Once again, I would say that the light one, not the light one, but the wood one, in my opinion, is the one that I would go for first. If you need basically a tankier version of not Light Arthur, but Fire Arthur, obviously without the defense down, you could go for Fire Anu. If you want a hard-hitting, not nuker, but just a hard-hitting Watermon that can also do defense down, then go for Water Anu. And then if you want to do weird flex, but actually okay and usable, go for light Anu, and then if you just want weird flex, go for dark Anu. But once again, I would say wood is number 1 in my opinion. Fire and water can be number 2 depending on what you need. Light isn't that bad either, so light can be 3, and then dark is pretty much a 5 in terms of priority list other than Astro Guide purposes. But that's pretty much it, boys. Feel free to leave a comment below of what your favorite Anu is. If you have a favorite one, make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. If you guys have any ideas for future videos or future mod reviews, feel free to leave that in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.